Hello and welcome to Dittmer Knittery in this Making It video. Today we have a case of the yarn made me do it. I was caking up some yarn for another project and I saw this yarn on the shelf, so I caked it up too and I immediately started making a bag. Knitting with this lovely yarn I got from a craft festival in Pine Lake, Georgia last October. I do not have the person's contact information. Her first name was Jude. But anyway, she hand dyed this yarn using plant-based dyes. And I caked it today and I started a bag. Of course, to felt. So this I'm knitting in the round. I have size 11 knitting needles. And this yarn is wonderful. And I have seen examples of her yarn that she has felted. So I feel confident it will felt and that it will felt satisfactorily. I'm looking forward to that. Today, just knitting. It's interesting to me how often people ask, how long does it take you to do that? When there's not really an accurate answer to that question, because it takes time to gain the skills. And I think that's often not in people's minds when they ask you how long does it take you to do that. So sometimes I say 50 years to learn it, a few weeks to create it. But most often what I talk about is that my products do have a long creative arc. I have an idea, I knit or crochet something, often gets set aside, maybe even for a period of weeks once it's completely knitted or crocheted until it gets hot water felted. Then it may need only a button or something to finish it, or it may need embellishment, further felting, needle felting, or perhaps inspection by a chihuahua. Come on, Maybelline. Come on. Come here. Come here on my lap. Yes. They'll be right here. So I like to say that my products have a long creative arc. And it's hard to say how long, how many hours of knitting or crocheting might go into a certain product. But I also sometimes say it really depends on how excited I am about what I'm making. And I started this fairly late yesterday in the afternoon. I also had some other projects going on. I started this knitting by hand, and the yarn is so wonderful and joyful, and I love the way that it feels, the way it's working up. So I got all this done yesterday evening and a little bit this morning. And it is turning out quite lovely project. sometimes integrate the yarns by using some slip stitches so I don't just change from the one green to the other in a single row. I do several rows where I knit a row of the light green and I slip some of the dark green stitches and vice versa, and then it creates this kind of scattered stitch look. And I just love what I do, and I love sharing it with you. Having you here with me makes all of this even more fun. I hope you're having fun too, because that's why we're here, to have fun and to make connections. Thank you for watching. I hope you come back soon.